I've been building front-end frameworks across a variety of platforms for about 10 years now, starting back with in the pre-beta days of WPF on Windows, and built these kinds of frameworks and libraries across XAML. I built stuff on Unity 3D, Flash, and JavaScript, and here talking about Aurelia and the future of JavaScript apps with you guys. But all that happens from my little office in the back of my house in the little town of Tallahassee, Florida.
We in Epix are certainly excited about Aurelia. We were excited before we came to Oslo, and we are, I think, even more excited now. Tell us a little bit briefly about the history and the thoughts, the main thoughts behind that framework.
Aurelia really literally does go back about 10 years to when I first started trying to build these frameworks to improve developer experience and just making it easier to build clients or front-end UI. Because, in my experience looking at code, it was the front-end code that ended up being some of the ugliest, worst code that developers were writing. You may have heard the term spaghetti code. And the place where I often found this kind of code was in the front end. It was not in the back end, it was not in the services, but it was in the UI. And so I started literally 10 years ago trying to fix this, trying to make it easier for developers to build their UI the right way.
Jeg er alltid nødt til å være på søken etter mer effektive måter å jobbe på. Og Aurelia har da dukket opp som et interessant rammeverk. Da. Ofte hvis du bruker et rammeverk, så får du bare koden rundt det. Det som Aurelia kommer til å tilby, det er et økosystem rundt det i tillegg. Og der er det noe som er lansert, og noe som er voldsomt glad for å få informasjon om i dag, som vi ikke kan dele med andre. Men det ser meget spennende ut.
Aurelia is about leveraging the open web. And it's about being an open source framework. And it's really about clean code, and it's about simple development patterns. And I like to differentiate this by saying it's about simple development, but it's not about simplistic development. So the idea is that you can build very complex, very intricate applications, very rich user experiences, but you can do it following a very simple set of patterns, a simple mental model, so that as a developer, when you go to tackle a new challenge or build a new user interface, you don't want to fight with the framework, you don't want to struggle with it. In fact, you don't want to think too much about the framework at all if you can help it. You want to think about your app, what you're trying to build for your company or your business. And so Aurelia is really about how can we help developers to get the framework out of the way and to have a very simple, clean, but powerful programming model for the front end. And it's really about being forward-looking, looking at the way that the web is moving, the direction it's going in, and the way technology is evolving there, and bringing all that future technology to today, and reimagining what could web development be like in the future, and making that happen now. It's been fantastic to see what's happened in just a few months since we announced things, to see the community uptake, and I think people are catching a vision that I've been trying to realize for a long time in various ways, and it's been really exciting. And so it really is about that, about developer happiness. It's about quality code and looking at the next generation of the web and building our products, building our businesses on that.